Long ago, in the very beginning of creation, there was a perfect place called the Garden of Eden. It was a paradise where Adam and Eve, the first humans, lived in harmony with God, surrounded by beauty and abundance. But one fateful decision changed everything, marking the moment when sin entered the world. This is the story of Genesis chapter 3, the fall of man. Once upon a time in the lush and beautiful Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve lived peacefully. The garden was full of vibrant trees, bearing delicious fruits. God had given them one simple command. They could eat from any tree in the garden, except the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. One day, as Eve wandered near the forbidden tree, a serpent slithered close. This was no ordinary serpent. It was cunning and crafty. The serpent said to Eve, "Did God really say you can't eat from any tree in the garden?" Eve replied, "We may eat from the trees, but God told us not to eat from the tree in the middle of the garden, or even touch it, or we'll die." The serpent chuckled slyly. "You will not surely die," it whispered. "God knows that when you eat from it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like Him, knowing good and evil." Eve hesitated, staring at the fruit. It looked so tempting, ripe, juicy, and beautiful. The idea of gaining wisdom was irresistible. So, she reached out, plucked the fruit, and took a bite. Then, she gave some to Adam, who was with her, and he ate it too. In that moment, their eyes were opened. Suddenly, they realized they were naked and felt ashamed. They quickly sewed fig leaves together to cover themselves. Later, as the cool evening breeze swept through the garden, they heard God walking. Overcome with guilt, Adam and Eve hid among the trees. God called out, "Adam, where are you?" Adam nervously replied, "I heard you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid." "Who told you that you were naked?" God asked. "Have you eaten from the tree I commanded you not to eat from?" Adam pointed to Eve and said, "The woman you put here with me, she gave me the fruit, and I ate it." Then God asked Eve, "What have you done?" Eve confessed, "The serpent deceived me, and I ate." God declared consequences for their disobedience. To the serpent he said, "Cursed are you above all animals. You will crawl on your belly and eat dust all your life." To Eve he said, "You will have pain in childbirth, and your desire will be for your husband, who will rule over you." To Adam he said, "Because you listened to your wife and ate the fruit, the ground is cursed because of you. You will toil and sweat to grow food until you return to the dust." God then made garments of skin to clothe Adam and Eve, showing His mercy even in judgment. But He also sent them out of the Garden of Eden, placing cherubim and a flaming sword to guard the way to the tree of life.